Hey everyone! Welcome back to the English Leap podcast, your go-to podcast for learning English through slow, real-life conversation. If you're looking to improve your English speaking, boost your listening skills, and grow your mindset, you're in the right place. I am Erin. Evan, how are you doing today? Evan? Hey Evan!
Huh? Wait, are we recording?
Yes! The episode started nearly a minute ago. You've been glued to your phone the whole time.
Ha ha, I know. I opened Instagram to check just one reel, and boom, 10 minutes gone. It's like my brain fell into a black hole.
Exactly. That's how bad habits begin. Quietly. Invisibly. You think you're in control until you're not.
And then we feel guilty. Why am I wasting time again? But here's the thing. It's not because we're lazy. It's because our brain loves comfort. And habits? They're just shortcuts to comfort.
Whether it's skipping workouts, procrastinating on English practice, or checking your phone every 5 seconds, we've all been there.
That's why today's episode is so important. We're going to talk about how bad habits form and how to break them gently without guilt or pressure.
We'll share stories, real examples, and step-by-step strategies to help you rebuild your focus, discipline, and self-trust.
And hey, if you're new here, just a heads up. We create a free PDF for every episode with a little extra English practice to help you go further. You'll find it in the description below. Trust me, it's worth grabbing. It includes comprehension, grammar, and vocabulary quizzes, plus reflection prompts to gently challenge your thinking and help you grow, both in English and in life.
Also, stick around till the end. After our main conversation, Crystal will join you for a calm, clear vocabulary breakdown. She'll explain all the important words and phrases from today's episode, slowly and gently, so you don't miss a thing.
So, whether you're struggling with phone addiction, overeating, overthinking, or just falling behind on your goals,
This episode will help you understand what's happening inside your mind, and more importantly, how to take back control.
all right, I've officially put my phone down. Let's talk habits, healing, and how to take your power back.
Yeah, let's jump in.
All right, so here's the truth. Bad habits don't start with a big warning sign. They don't knock on your door and say, "Hey, I'm here to ruin your productivity." They sneak in quietly, almost invisibly.
Like that one innocent reel you watched last night?
Haha, exactly. One reel becomes 10. One skipped workout becomes 2 weeks. One skipped English practice becomes, well, let's not talk about it. But that's the thing. Bad habits start small, like a tiny leak in a bucket. You don't notice it at first. And then suddenly, the bucket is empty.
And we blame ourselves. We say, ugh, I'm so lazy. But what if it's not laziness? What if it's just an old loop playing again? Because, let's be honest, our brains love loops, especially the easy ones.
So if we want to break the bad habits, we first need to understand our brain, what it loves, and what it avoids.
That brings us to something powerful. Your brain loves patterns, even the unhelpful ones.
Yes, it's like your brain has this favorite walking path. And every time you follow it, it gets deeper, more automatic. Whether it's biting your nails, doom scrolling, or skipping English shadowing, your brain just says, "Oh, this feels familiar. Let's do it again."
And the longer we walk that path, the harder it feels to get out. Not because we're weak, but because the trail is already built. But here's the good news. You can build a new one.
Totally. Think of it like carving a new trail through thick jungle. The first few days? It's tiring. But slowly, the grass bends, the dirt softens, You're training your brain to prefer the new path.
Micro tip for English learners: pick one English sentence, any short one from this podcast, and say it out loud every morning. Same sentence, every day. That repetition builds your new trail. And before you know it, speaking feels natural again.
Yeah. Repetition isn't boring. It's powerful. It tells your brain, this matters.
Exactly. And when your brain believes something matters, it starts building space for it. But here's the thing. The solution isn't just stop the bad habit. That almost never works long term. Why? Because the brain hates empty space.
Right. When you try to just stop doing something, like checking your phone or eating junk food, your brain gets confused. It's like, okay, but what do I do instead?
And if you don't give it a new option, it just goes back to the old one. That's why the real secret is replace, don't just remove.
Yeah, it's real. You can't just delete the junk food habit. You've got to replace it with something nourishing. Instead of mindless scrolling, try listening to 5 minutes of this podcast. Shadow one line. Repeat it out loud. That's your new path.
Yes. For example, instead of just saying, I won't check Instagram after dinner, say, after dinner, I'll listen to 3 minutes of a English Leap podcast.
That tiny shift from removal to replacement gives your brain something solid to hold on to.
Micro tip for English learners: when your hand reaches for your phone, say, phone in hand. Record a 10-second voice note in English. You don't need to send it. Just speak. It breaks the old pattern and starts wiring in a new one.
That's how we gently rewire our habits, not by forcing ourselves to stop, but by giving our brain something better to choose instead.
And speaking of choosing, timing matters too. There's this small window, right before a habit kicks in. It's usually around 5 minutes. That moment is golden.
Yeah, I think of it like this. You don't need to stop a storm. You just need to shut the window before the wind rushes in. Same with habits. If you don't open that Netflix tab in the first 5 minutes, chances are you won't.
That pause is powerful. It's where awareness lives. When you notice that urge creeping in, reach for something else before the loop completes.
Micro tip for English learners. As soon as you sit down after work and feel that scroll urge, say this phrase out loud. Just 5 minutes. I'll stop after that. Then press play on any English Leap episode. It's low pressure, but it plants a seed.
And here's the secret. Most of the time, you won't stop after 5. Because momentum works both ways. Just getting started, even for a few minutes, can shift your whole energy.
Yeah. And when that shift happens, it's important to notice it, to celebrate it. That brings us to something most people forget. Track progress, not perfection.
Yes. Too many people give up because they missed one day. But think of it like building a wall. You don't need to finish the blueprint in one go. Just lay one brick today.
One brick doesn't look like much. But day after day, you're creating something real. That's why we say, celebrate streaks, not slips.
For English learners, maybe you practiced for 3 days but forgot on the 4th. Don't focus on the miss. Focus on the 3 days you showed up. That's real progress.
Here's a phrase I use. I did it today. That's enough. Write it on a sticky note or make it your phone wallpaper. It rewires your relationship with consistency.
And remember, small wins compound. Always.
Now let's talk about something heavier. Guilt.
Ugh. Yes. Guilt can feel like carrying a wet blanket. It slows us down, drains us, and keeps us stuck in the same loop.
But here's the shift. Instead of saying, I failed again, try, that habit came back. Why? That small question brings light into the room.
Guilt judges, awareness notices, and when you notice, you can choose. Without shame.
English tip here? When you feel like you messed up, don't say, I'm bad at this. Say, I'm noticing a pattern, and that means I'm learning. It's such a kind, powerful reframe.
Because the truth is, learning anything, including English, requires falling down. That's how we build strength. Not through perfect days, but through kind reflection.
And finally, the deepest habit shifter of them all, identity.
Exactly. Habits don't just come from motivation. They grow from identity soil. What you believe about yourself becomes your behavior.
So instead of saying, I want to stop procrastinating, try, I'm becoming someone who shows up. That small shift plants a powerful root.
For our English learners, don't just say, I want to speak better English. Say, I'm the kind of person who practices, even when it's hard.
That's powerful, because now you're not chasing a skill. You're embodying a mindset.
When your identity shifts, your actions follow. And when your actions repeat, your life changes.
And that shift? It starts with the words you use, the way you talk to yourself, the way you express your thoughts in English. So if you want those words to feel natural,
You're going to love what's coming next. Because now, it's time to slow things down even more.
our friend Crystal is here with a calm, clear vocabulary breakdown, where she'll walk you through the most important words and expressions from today's episode.
So grab a cup of tea, relax, and let Crystal guide you. This is your moment to pause, absorb, and grow.
Take it away, Crystal.
Thanks, Evan. And hey, everyone. It's Crystal. Welcome to your vocabulary breakdown. Let's slow things down and look at some powerful words from today's episode. I'll explain each word gently so you can understand, repeat, and remember them. Take a breath and let's begin. Addiction. Addiction means a strong, hard-to-control habit, usually something that feels good at first, but hurts you over time. Example: phone addiction makes it hard to focus on real life. You can be addicted to phones, sugar, or even negative thinking. Now let's move to the next one. Doom scrolling. This is when you scroll your phone for a long time, reading bad news or sad content, and you can't stop. Example: I didn't mean to, but I spent 40 minutes doom scrolling last night. It's called doom scrolling because it leaves you feeling worse, not better. Let's look at another one. Carve. To carve means to slowly cut or shape something. We often say, carve a new path, meaning create a new habit or routine. Example: she's carving a new morning routine with English practice. All right, next word. Trail. A trail is a small path, usually in a forest or field. In today's episode, it was used as a metaphor for the patterns your brain follows. Example: if you walk the same trail every day, it becomes easy. Same with your habits, good or bad. Now, moving along. Nourishing. Something nourishing gives you what you need, not just what you want. Example: that slow walk was more nourishing than watching TV. Nourishing habits feed your body, your mind, or your heart. Let's pause and open up the next one. Awareness. Awareness means being awake, noticing what's happening inside or around you. Example: Guilt pulls you down, but awareness gives you choices. It's a soft kind of power, noticing your thoughts without judging them. All right, on to the next word. Blueprint. A blueprint is a plan or a drawing used to build something. Example: you don't need the full blueprint, just lay one brick at a time. This reminds us that big changes start small. Now here's a fun one. Streaks. A streak is when you do something many days in a row. Example: I've done English shadowing for 5 days. That's my streak. Streaks feel good, but don't stress if one breaks. Just start again. Okay, almost there. Compound. To compound means to grow slowly, but powerfully, over time. Example: small habits compound into big results. Like money gaining interest, or English fluency growing daily. And finally, embody. To embody something means to live it, to become it. Example: she doesn't just study confidence, she embodies it. So if you want to speak fluently, embody the mindset of a fluent speaker. That's it for today's vocabulary. Which words spoke to you the most? Say it out loud. Try to use it in a sentence. You're doing better than you think. Keep learning gently. And I'll see you next time.
Thanks, Crystal. And thanks to you for listening.
We hope this helped you feel more in control of your habits and your English.
Grab the free PDF below and take one small step today.
We'll see you in the next one. Until then,
Take care and keep speaking English with class.